with another suggestion for you guys today. This is probably suggested about a year ago as well. Sorry, I'm doing it now. I did say I would do them eventually, so. I have no idea what this channel is. I believe it's Class Act Jack. I have no idea what the hell that is. I literally just looked up Class Act Jack. Nothing really came up. But a YouTube channel came up, so let me open the YouTube channel right now. 1.5 thousand subscribers, and I don't know what he does, but his name on the thing is just, so let's see what he has there. So like, rebooting my awful childhood comic, the TV episodes you can't watch, does anybody remember George Shrinks? Reading all my awful, so I guess it's just like random videos that he does. I guess we'll see. This is just over 12 minutes long. It's like 12:40. So again, I have no expectations. I don't know what this is, so I don't know what to expect. I don't know what I'm gonna see here. Again, 12 minutes 40 seconds. Tell the person that suggested this, sorry for the long wait, but here's the video. If I find this a suggestion, I'll put it here. Here, I'll put it here somewhere. And then you guys can see who suggested it. But yeah, does anybody remember The Electric Company by Class Act Jack? Class Act Jack. I certainly don't, so I guess we'll see. Let's go. Whoops.
Before we start, I just want to tell you guys that the first issue of my comic Dark Phantom is available now on Comixology. The link is in the description, and it would mean a lot to me if you checked it out. Been working on it for a long time, and I'm really proud with how it turned out. Thanks, and let's get on with the video.
I don't do books or comics.
Hey, welcome to Class Act Media. I'm Jack, and I have a dark secret from my past I must share with you. When I was growing up, we didn't have cable. Well, you were all watching your SpongeBobs and your iCarlys. I was watching sitcoms from the 1960s and PBS Kids. My childhood was Fetch, Zoom, and, of course, Arthur.
Arthur, I know that show.
Today, we're going to be talking about a PBS Kids show that's been popping into my head a lot recently for reasons that should become clear in a minute. Today, we're talking about The Electric Company. To be clear, I'm talking about the reboot, not the original Electric Company that aired in the 70s. The only thing I know about that show is that Spider-Man showed up sometimes, so that's an immediate advantage it has over the reboot. Anyway, onto the show I watched. The Electric Company was a show with the primary purpose of teaching kids grammar and vocab. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jack, are you, a grown-ass adult man, really about to sit there and make fun of a harmless show made to educate children? Yeah. Okay, I'm not making fun of it. I'm just goofing. Just new boot goofing on a show I have some nostalgia for. Nothing wrong with that. That's not a crime. I'm not going to go to jail for it.
Oh, you are.
Back to The Electric Company. The show follows a team of neighborhood heroes called, you're not going to believe it, The Electric Company. Each of them has superpowers that would be completely useless in any context but here. Okay, that's not entirely true. There's Hector, who has the power to perfectly recall any image he's seen, and his sister Jessica, who can perfectly recall any audio she's heard. That's hella useful. I want those powers.
Right.
Then there's Keith, who has the power to create any drawing he can think of in front of him. Not very useful, but probably fun. And then there's Lisa, who has the power to scramble letters and make them into anagrams. Objectively the lamest power. On top of that, all of them have the power to throw these things called word balls, which can create words and letters on walls and other surfaces. This is normally known as vandalism, but I guess it's perfectly okay when they do it. Now, what would a hero team be without villains to fight? You guys know I love a good rogues gallery, and the Electric Company certainly has one. They're called the Pranksters, and they're essentially the evil Electric Company. There's Francine Carruthers, whose power is also word balls. Not off to a great start. I remember as a kid it was always my headcanon that Francine was a disgraced former member of the Electric Company since she has the same base power as them without the added unique one. Hold on, is there an Electric Company wiki? I gotta look that up real quick. Okay, so a few things. 1, yes, there is an Electric Company wiki. 2, no, it doesn't say anything to confirm my theory about Francine's backstory. 3, apparently her dad is dead. I don't remember that in the show. And 4, I think the Electric Company wiki might be my new favorite website. It's just so detailed. For example, let's see what it has to say about the episode Oh Danny Boy.
The fuck is that?
Incredible. Anyway, back to the pranksters. There's also Annie Scrambler, who has the exact same power as Lisa. Okay, we're 0 for 2 so far. One detail I
Oh,
remember
how
about
thrilling
Annie
is
is
this
to make
show?
sure
How
to tell
thrilling
us
is
that she
this?
always smells like scrambled eggs. Gotta stay on brand, I guess. There's also Manny Spamboni, whose only superpower is his intellect and robot-making skills. And you know what? Good for him for breaking through the glass ceiling for non-powered people everywhere. I like to imagine a potential future scenario where Manny's moved on to full-on super villainy and he's making like giant robots and death lasers and stuff, and the electric company's just like, we can throw words at him. And last but certainly not least, there's my favorite prankster, Danny
Take
Rebus,
this, a
who
big
has the
fuck
ability
you.
to create Rebus puzzles. You know, those things where it's a sentence and you use pictures to represent words? Yeah, those things. You may recognize Danny's actor as Chidi from The Good Place, and I promise you right now that I'm going to limit myself to only making one Good Place joke. Guys,
Wait,
I
that
have
girl's
a
from
confession
Bad
to
Moms.
make.
That girl's from Bad Moms. I love
wrote
her.
that section of the video before rewatching any episode of the show. All that information about the characters' names and powers was just in my head already. What is wrong with my brain? The pranksters, as their name implies, are all about committing all sorts of fun, harmless little pranks that kids like to do. You know, classic stuff like cheating at ping pong, vandalizing billboards, turning people into lizards using dark magic. Don't lie, we've all been there. The main goal of the pranksters is usually to tarnish the reputation of the electric company in some way, and they tend to go pretty hardcore. Like the time Annie switched brains with Lisa in order to make people hate her, the implication, of course, is that Annie is willing to pretend to be Lisa for the rest of her life out of pure spite, which is either a sign of extreme short-sightedness or extreme dedication. Although, she really didn't have to go so far if she wanted to make the public turn on Lisa. I mean, when Francine wanted people to hate Hector, all she had to do was change a billboard to make him say, "I'm a big liar," and of course, everyone believed it.
Sorry. Are you really sorry, Hector? I'm not sure I should believe a liar.
Why would you say that I'm a liar?
I don't know. I guess I read it somewhere.
Imagine J. Jonah Jameson trying this. Spider-Man just said he's a big liar. This billboard says so. I expect my kids' shows to follow a much more realistic line of logic, thank you very much. Even Hector's longtime friend Paul the Gorilla immediately turns on him. Oh, what's that? You expect me to explain to you why the characters are friends with a giant gorilla? I couldn't even if I wanted to. My favorite attempt by the pranksters to ruin the electric company's reputation was when Manny and Danny tried to launch a giant balloon that said, you know what, I'll let them explain it.
And they'll fly so high up that everyone will read it. Those 6 glorious words. The electric company doesn't like you.
Oh no.
I see no flaws with this plan. And then they sing a ska song about their evil plan, because, I mean, what else are they supposed to do in that situation? The electric company kind of had a quota in that every episode had to include at least one song. And look, they obviously can't all be winners, but some of these songs are legitimate bops that will get stuck in my head from time to time to this day. Songs like She's a Nice Girl,
She's a nice girl with a sunny personality. Nice girl, she can do no wrong. She's a dream girl. The dream is a reality. A girl that makes you wanna sing a song.
the Danny Rebus Blues,
You made Danny Rebus sad. You made Danny Rebus blue. Why do you do these things to Danny? What did Danny do to you?
Help Me Clear My Name,
You knew me before, and I
I don't know how to say this at all.
and now you have to help me clear my name.
and We've Got Skills.
Oh god.
Wait, why is Jessica not singing there? Anyway, here's Lin-Manuel Miranda as a rapping cowboy hot dog. I'm numb to it at this point. Yeah, between the main story sections of the show, the electric company also had a lot of weird little skits, I guess, that serve to reinforce the grammatical lesson of the episode. These take up a significant amount of the episode's runtime, and they range from really cool stuff like these speed drawing segments to whatever this is. But these
Cucumber
skits get a lot
jump.
of relatively big names in them. I already mentioned Lin-Manuel Miranda, who wasn't as big as he is now when he did this, but it's still cool that he's here. Using rap to teach kids vocab and grammar is honestly genius. It's a real match made in heaven. They also got John Leguizamo, and hey, it's Corey in the house.
Corey.
I remember enjoying these skits as a kid, but as an adult...
Yeah, I've never seen these
Yeah, I'm
before.
getting nothing out of them. They really want to hammer the lesson of the episode into your head. Yeah, I get it. Yes, I understand. Stop. Please stop, I can't learn anymore. My brain can only get so full. I'm just gonna...
Like, I chew
we
and
don't
then
need
an
to be
S
seeing
comes
any of
out.
this. I just want to talk about the regular show. Okay, let's finish up by talking about this one episode called Unmuffins, because, my god, I don't think they understood the can of worms they were opening with this one. Now, before I tell you about it, let me rip the band-aid off. This episode goes the it was all a dream route, because those cowards clearly didn't want to deal with the moral questions they presented. The basic plot of the episode is that Manny invents these special pastries called unmuffins and unbuns, which, when eaten, turn you into the un-version of yourself. You know, if you're good, you turn bad, and if you're bad, you turn good, that sort of thing. Lisa,
Okay.
Keith, and Shock all end up eating unmuffins and turning evil. God damn it, I forgot to mention Shock. He beatboxes, that's his character, moving on. Coincidentally, Danny also ends up eating an unmuffin, turning him into un-Danny, so it's up to him and Jessica to change the good guys back into good guys. Man, it turns out all Cheaty had to do to get into the good place was eat an unmuffin. I get the one, you remember I said I could have one good place joke, that was my one. Anyway, the implication here is that Un-Danny and Danny are two completely different people. They sing a song that essentially communicates as much. In fact, in this song,
Right then.
Un-Danny pleads not to be turned back into Danny. The man is pleading for his life and smiling the whole time. So, by eating the unmuffin, did Un-Danny kill Danny? And by eating the unbun, would that be Danny
I have no
killing
words for this at all.
Un-Danny?
I don't even know what to
For
say
one
this.
to live, the other must die. But who has more of a right to live? Well, obviously it should be Danny, right? He was there first, and he was the one who had his right to choose whether he lives or dies stripped away from him when he unknowingly ate the unmuffin. But in this world of black and white, good and bad moral objectivism, Un-Danny is a good guy, whereas Danny is a bad guy. Does that make Un-Danny's life inherently more important than Danny's? There seems to be no question that Un-Lisa, Un-Keith, and Un-Shock need to be undone. Not to mention, later in the episode, they trick Manny into eating an unbun to turn him into Un-Manny, so we'll help them. Un-Danny sings a whole song about how he doesn't want to be undone, but he has no qualms turning Manny into Un-Manny? But in the end, there is no moral question. Not only is it all a dream, but Un-Danny and Un-Manny just decide to turn back into Danny and Manny with no reason given. I demand good place level discussions of ethics in my children's show, goddammit. Oh no, I promised I'd only make one good place joke, I guess I gotta end the video. Do I recommend The Electric Company for anyone who didn't grow up watching it? No. But if you do have nostalgia for the show and you have kids who are around the right age to be watching it, it wouldn't hurt to check out a few of the older episodes. I admit, I even got some enjoyment revisiting them. See you next time, guys, and remember, the Electric Company doesn't like you.
Okay, so obviously this is the guy called Class Act Jack, who makes videos, random videos, and this video is basically about a show called The Electric Company. That's what I've gathered so far. It's basically a show where there's good guys and there's bad guys, which makes sense. You know, the good guys are just being good guys. They all have some kind of powers. Some are useless. You know, maybe invincibility, invisibility. You know, being able to move with your hands. No, I'm just gonna be able to think of some words and then, okay, fuck you. I'm just gonna throw them right on the wall over there, and then it'll just say a nice fuck you over there. What the fuck's that gonna do? Oh, I can change words. Oh wow, fucking great. Useless. Anyways, yeah, those are useless powers. Like really garbage. Like really no point in that. But you know, it's just a show. Whatever, it's fine. But yeah, so obviously he just kind of showed some things about it, and then basically I guess the bad people turned the good people evil, and then for no reason at all the good people just turned back into good people in the end. I don't know. Obviously I'm 22 years old. Obviously seeing any of these kid shows, and I'm not really gonna care about them. I can't imagine, because like obviously these are adult guys and adult girls playing these, so I can't imagine myself being this age and me singing like oh like being in the kids show and doing all this shit. Oh lord, like imagine saying to your best friend, so what's your career? Oh, I'm just singing on this stupid show called The Electric Company. Great job, great gig, congratulations. I mean, if it pays well and if you like it, debatable. But yeah, obviously I understand the video now. Did I like it? It was alright. Kind of boring, and I was not really into that at all. And it was just kind of weird, because like, the fuck? Like, what the fuck was that? Like, anyways, no, I don't. To answer the title, which is basically a question, does anybody remember this? No, I do not. I never heard of that. When I heard electric company, I was like, you're actually talking about an electric company. Like, Electra Utilities. They're actually like people that deal with like power issues, and especially today, considering we have like window warnings and stuff's breaking and shit. Like, I saw a traffic light basically missing. You know how there's like normal poles, 2 poles, and then it kind of just like hangs lights. One of these lights fell off completely, so the other 4 or 5 lights, whatever the fuck, how many else there were, they was flashing red. Yeah, they just flashed red. Basically signaling an always stop sign. So, how the fuck did I get into that? Basically, yeah, that's what an electric company is. Not this. I don't know why the fuck it was named Electric Company. Oh, and on top of them being good guys, it's not being bad guys. It's basically kind of like lessons, like teaching kids, which I get it. As a kid's show, it's meant to be funny, or it's meant to be funny towards kids, not adults. So I get it. But is it a good show? I guess so. Would I watch it? Fuck no. I'd rather watch me some Family Guy. That's what I'd rather watch. Anyways, that's really going to be it for this video. If you guys have any other suggestions, please let me know, and I'll do them within a year, hopefully. Maybe 2 years, maybe a decade. I don't fucking know. The latest, maybe a century or 2. Then I'll get to it, but I'll get to them eventually. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Be sure to like this video, comment down below what you guys thought, and with any other suggestions, and be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. With all that being said, deuces, peace out, guys. Bye.